What up? Good morning, YouTube. And what a day. We just wake up and I saw the nerfs. The big nerfs. I saw some people saying, oh, it's not that big. And you're wrong, it is. Mage got like a big trunk, dude. I saw it coming. It would be almost impossible. It was exactly the same thing that happened last season. Although Mage will continue to be strong, and I do believe will probably continue to be meta, although the nerf is big. But we go like overall, and we go focus on Mage, and I want to talk about Mistweaver. That's going to be more or less important. More or less important. First, the important ones, right? Let's go for the important ones. First of all, Blood, Dead Knight, Sen Lane. That was the strongest one. Was they were doing insane damage, the same damage as the DPS. A friend of mine was doing like another 30 overall, another 40 in the previous season. It's crazy. And they got nerfed though. They got nerfed. Not like was not a crazy nerf. Was like crystal strength now grants 6% instead of 10. Transfusion increased dancing rune weapon damage to 5. It was 10. So they got nerf. They got it, but not that it. Devour Hunter got a buff and nerf. Although I do believe Rip Cool Eradicate damage reduced by 12 is one of the main abilities. I do not understand very well about Demon Hunter. Eradicate area effect damage increased 90%, base damage was 85, okay. Venom Abyss 4 set bonus now generates 2 souls fragment was 8 souls. So I do believe this is gonna be a big chunk of nerf. Hazel Druid got buff, 4%, damage increase 20%, not affect PvP. Hunter, Vinopated now causes cover shot benefits from Beast Cliff 30% effectiveness per stack was 20, so this is a buff. Striking target for additional 20% damage per target was 15, so this is a buff. I do believe Hunter did need a buff. There we go. Now we're gonna talk. Because all damage increased by 3%. So basically, the base damage. Venomous Abyss set bonus has been updated. Arcane Missiles damage bonus reduced 5% was 20. So I want you guys to see with me now. I just open for a purpose, right? Let's see it. Set bonus. Arcane Missiles fire 1 additional missiles and does 20% increased damage. 20. It is 5. So is a 15 trunk damage right here. 15% on the set bonus. But the big damage coming now, because it's not just 2%. You can see it the other way around. It's way more. So let me open here the calculator for you. So basically the 4 set bonus, what it does is like Arcane Missiles increase the damage of your next Arcane Blast, Arcane Pulse, or Prismatic Bolt. So the idea was like you stack up the buff and you send a Prismatic Bolt that was like the biggest damage, right? By 5% up to 40%. So when you do that, what you want to do is like 40% divided by 5. I believe this is the way they will do the math, right? If the math is mathing, and is 8. So basically 8 times the buff stacks, right? So you multiply 8 times for 3, 24. So we are meaning like from 40% minus 24, it was a 16% nerf. It's huge, by the way. It's big. It is big. It is a big nerf. It will take the mage out of meta. I really don't know. We will need to see what is going to happen like from now to like when the season starts, when they got like the 4 set and all the stuff, right? Because I really don't know if this nerf will put mage down again. And this happened before, dude. This happened like last season. Arcane Mage in the PTR was huge. It was big. Was meta for sure. And suddenly in 2 weeks, They got nerfed to the ground. Completely nerfed to. Now, Monk Mistweaver. A real increase by 8% does not affect the PvP combat. And Venom Abyss 4 set has been updated. Activation rate increased by 33%. So Mistweaver, let's see if we can find Mistweaver here. What is the set? Playstyle gearing. Oh, there we go. We can see it here. It's good, nice. In method, you can see it. So Rising Sun Kick and Raging Wind Kick have the chance to cause the next cast ignore the cooldown and have the mana cost reduced by 100%. I saw some people like crying a little bit about the getting in Mistweaver, and it's true. They are crying with a purpose. It is true. You really get with Mistweaver. This is going to help. Although like the healing 8%, even if it is 8%, is a little bit, right? I do not believe that will be enough to put him like in the second spot. Maybe third spot, like I don't know how Dragon will adapt into Mythic Plus. Let's see it though. Let's see it. I'm not really like convinced about this 8%. And I feel like the activation rate 33% is good for but Mistweaver is not just about getting it's about the healing is not there. Basically is that. Priest, supposedly, all damage reduced 30%, Entropic Rift damage increased 20%, Attunement transfer 40% of the damage into healing was 32. Okay, this is good. It's gonna be a good buff for Priest though, at least Discipline. Rogue, all damage increased 4%, Rogue was amazing, and Subtlety, all damage increased by 6, the Venom Abyss set, effectiveness reduced 60 was 100. Okay. is a buffy, let's put it like that. Shaman, nothing for us, by the way. Nothing for Elemental Shaman. I do play Shaman Mage, so I'm safe though. I'm safe. Enhancement got like all damage increased by 5%. Although I don't. It's not just because of the damage. I feel that like the hype for the enhancement is not there. If they were doing like a crazy damage as Windwalker Monk example, I would believe that we would see more enhancement shamans, but that's not the way. Demonology. Develops while increasing the throughput of the Venom Abyss set bonus for Demonology that is performed is closer to other specializations tier set bonus. So they're gonna buff it. The Venom Abyss 2 set bonus has been updated. Wild Imps now implode at 350 effectiveness. To the main target was 250. Okay, they got buff. Yeah, Demonology need a little bit of love, to be honest. And the last one, and it's like, this is not a nerf for arms, by the way. This is a buff for Fury. All damage increase 6%. They are saying developers note Fury 4 specs bonus currently overperforming, but the Fury is no good plays overall, and we don't want to disrupt that. So we are moving the value of the 4 pieces bonus and into Fury baseline. Additional Slayer has been overperforming both specs to the causing executioner provide double value, which was recently hotfixed. This fix has brought overall arms performance to down into our intent range, but we are happy where Fury has been. So the baseline damage has been increased below to compensate for the fix as well as that bonus change. So basically they're gonna all damage increase by 6%. The 4 set Bloodthirst damage increased by 10% during Reckless Bloodthirst increased the critical strike of Reckless by 3% up to 6%. Was 5 to 10. Okay. They up the baseline damage and they nerf the 4 set piece. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm still sick, by the way. So, continue into the PvP. Demon Hunter got nerf. Resto Druid got buff. Fire Mage, mega buff, by the way. They know that people like to play Fire Mage, they're gonna buff it. Paladin, nerf, and nerf. Red, all damage increased by 8%, got buff. Vulnerability got buff. Okay, people will play Red. Shaman, all increase 4%. Reduces effect spells by 2 seconds was 4. Storm Conduit now reduces duration, interrupts lightning bolt and chain lightning by 40 was 65. Okay, this was a really good buff. Farseer, Healing Wave, Healing Surge, and Chain Heal from Ancestors increased by 35% in people. Ooh! That's really good. That's really good. Soul damage, Warlock, Destruction, Soul Fire damage reduced by 30% in PvP combat. So, okay. We just got it all. I'm gonna drop the link in the video so you guys can see it. But my conclusion here, Mage got nerf. The what is it? What is it, boys? I'm lost. Okay, there we go. The 3% that they got into the baseline damage will not be enough to fulfill the 14% and the 15% here. This is like, put it in simple words, this is like a 30% almost nerf. That is 15 from the second set bonus and 14 from the fourth set bonus. If they do the math as I show you guys, of course. If they do the math as I show you. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the idea. Drop a follow, sub the channel, and follow on Twitch if you guys want to see more. I'm gonna be farming honor today. I want to be capping honor. I see you guys there. Have a nice one. Peace.